Okay, so here's the next job I'm going to be doing, and you can see this wall is 33 feet and 5 feet high, and this wall here is 70 feet times 5 feet. So I just got here and I projected my image, and I realized that it is not to scale on this wall. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But for today, my main goal, my main objective is just to get all the priming done. And so that's what I'm going to do first. And before I start and show you my new Graco sprayer right there, I'm gonna just roll and just get the edges and the corners, and I might even lay down some plastic so that I can, minimize overspray. All right, so I'm gonna do that, and I'll do a little time lapse to show you how that all goes, and then we will get to the fun part. I guess it's all the fun part, right? I'm starting to just learn to enjoy the journey because every job has its own little quirks, has its own little things. Today I'm gonna pretty much for this whole entire duration of this job gonna be in the sun. And so I don't need a tent today. I think it's gonna get to maybe 80, which if it's in the 90s, like for sure, but if it's in the 80s, 70s, I'm like, not too bad. I guess it depends. It's no humidity today either, so that is also really helpful. All right, so I'm gonna get to it, and I'm gonna show you the process of, well, what I'm doing anyway. I don't know if it's an official process, but it's mine today. So, all right, let's go. Okay, so these pieces of plastic, actually, I had them left over from another mural job. They are like 9 by 12 feet. So I just left them folded up and I taped them together just so that they would not be as much overspray. So yeah, it worked out pretty well. All right, so everything is taped off, and now I'm going to do some rolling and then spray, okay? All right. So I have basically, oh, that's crooked. There we go. So I basically two colors that I'm going to be working with. One is going to be blue and one is going to be green. Mostly blue and just a little bit of green on the bottom. So this is why we have plastic down, so we don't make a mess. This stuff is super duper thick. Oh my Lord Jesus. Wow, this stuff is thick. Holy crikey. Definitely the thickest paint I've ever used. And okay. Let it begin. So this is literally, I don't know if you can see this, how thick this paint is, but it is pretty dang thick, you guys. So let's see how this goes. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to bring a brush for some of this. I'll have to just brush that off. All right, so basically I'm just gonna go over the edge like this and make it all pretty. Okay, so now we are ready for our setup with the Graco Magnum X7, which is what I think actually is what I really needed. I kind of got talked into I think it was a G19. I do have a mentor, thank God, and she recommended this unit that she uses herself. And honestly, I just think it's pretty awesome. I just want to make sure you can see, get as much as close as I can. Okay. So this is the very first time I'm doing this. Oop, maybe. Very first time I'm doing this. Maybe I'll go down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that works. Okay, so this is the very first time I'm using this. And basically, I did watch a couple videos. This goes in here. And I put this guy, which to prime it, which is what I'm going to do first. Prime it. It's not very flexible. Oh, okay. There we are. This is on start. This is on prime. And I believe I'm just going to turn it on until water comes out of this one here. Okay, that was easy. And now I take this out and I'm going to put my paint. This is just the instructions. I literally am not super tech savvy, but I am very willing to learn. Let me put this down a little bit. And like most people, YouTube, you know, whatever, like you can figure most things out. So, okay, now, oh wait, hold on. I also need to prime this. Okay. Huh. See, I'm self-correcting. I did buy these handy ties from Home Depot, and they're just like, I figured like for keeping things that would like to fall off, just more stable. I bought a bunch of them so I can put them on my extension cords or this, you know, whatever. Okay, so I also need to prime the hose. Okay, and I did get this 15-inch extension just to save me from feeling like I need to like obviously always be bending down. I hope this is really on the way it needs to be. I think everything is. I do have it on a lock. It's got a little safety lock. So, all right, I think the same thing. I'm pretty much, hold on. I want this to move, but I want to be able to move this, which is weird. Okay. Anyway, now to spray, I need to turn this little knob down, I believe. Okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, wait. I guess it does need the water still, I think. Yes. So again, bear with me. It's my first time doing this, and I know like for people that do it all the time, this is like probably so easy, but for me, first time for everything, right? So start, and I'm just gonna okay. And then if I turn this to spray, okay, yeah. So there's hardly no pressure, which makes sense. Okay, so I'm in the spray position for this. I'm gonna go back to prime because I need to get the paint now in here. Okay, I know, I should figure out how to, I don't really want to put that on the floor. There we go. Okay, on the floor, on the ground. Okay, so there's still some like water in that. I'll set this aside. Now for the paint. Okay. Oh, this is thick, thick, thick paint. This is Loxon XP, and it's a primer with color. So it's even thicker than Loxon, which is already thick. And I'm hoping it will have no problem going through this machine. I don't think it will. So we're gonna go back to the priming this just the same way. And okay. And then because there's paint now, I'm gonna just kind of put this on here so it can drain back in. Whoa. Oh shoot. That just fell off. But I have a hose here. This makes that easy. Nice to have a hose nearby. Okay, so hopefully that will stay. And now I gotta do the same for this thing. So I'm gonna put this down and start it as well. This is definitely taking a minute. And okay, paint is coming out. So I think I did it. I think I did it. Okay, so now my first spray for using this Magnum X7. I'm super happy I got it. It was a fraction of the G17. I think it was the G17. Again, knowing nothing, I can be definitely, I guess, gullible or just believing. And then thank God I have people that also care about my wallet and practicality. As a new muralist, like, I don't know how many times I'll use this. Maybe I'll use it a lot, maybe I won't. I mean, I'm glad I have it, but I don't need the top of the line for where I'm at. And actually the other one, you couldn't even put the thing in the bucket. You could only put like 1.5 gallons at once. So anyway, this is almost halfway, so I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I do have 4 gallons of this Loxon XP. So we'll see, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so my first time spraying using this Graco Magnum X7, honestly, it's going pretty smooth. I did get to the bottom of my paint can, and so I had to reprime the machine because if air gets into it, it just stopped working. So yeah, I'm just kind of figuring it out, but honestly, not so bad. Not so bad at all. For my first time, um, I'm sure maybe somebody has a tip or something for how to make this a little bit smoother, but honestly, for a green beginner such as myself, I feel like this is pretty user friendly. So far so good. I'll keep going. Okay, so it stopped working the second time. This time, I'm a little confused because it definitely has a lot of paint in there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a lot of paint in there. So I don't know if I need to prime it again, but let's see, maybe. Okay. Thank God I have an empty can. That helps. Helps for sure. This is just a mess, no matter what I do. All right, let's see if that will take care of it. Go back here. Pick up my gun. All right, let's see. See what happens now. Oh, shit. Okay, so it is stopping again. And I think, honestly, I think it's just how thick this paint is. It's like almost like pudding. I don't know how to, it's like, I've never even seen paint this thick. So honestly, I think it's just the thickness of the paint. And it is doing a good job. It's just when it gets down like lower and then air gets sucked in, I think it just needs more priming, which is not a big deal. I prime it, it takes 2 seconds, and then it's good to go again. So again, I'm learning, it's all learning. And yeah, so we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm on my 3rd gallon, and went through it like it was nothing. But as you can see, a lot of the wall is already done. So now I'm just down here, and there was some overspray, so not the worst thing, but I'll have to touch up the green. So yeah, so this is I'm going to move this one more time for the extension cord and for the machine. As you can see, I got a full bucket ready to roll, and for sure it's going to cover the rest of this. I did forget to wear my mask, so I will say that, but you know, thankfully it's not a really busy, really windy, not busy. Getting a little tired. Okay, this wall is done, and I think it looks completely different than the ugly, boring concrete it was. So this will be the background color for the mural. So now we're gonna let it dry and cure and all that good stuff. And phase 1, or day 1, I should say, is complete. I look like a Smurf.